So without further ado, we want to respect your time this morning. I want to introduce you to my good friend, a brother from another mother at this point, a man with high integrity. He knows 100% of the facts about the company because he is the CEO. They've made a ton of money. He's done it in the past, but the best thing now is he's doing it for himself and his own company. I mean, just a beautiful office here in Beverly Hills, wonderful staff. The main thing I love about this gentleman, though, ladies and gentlemen, is he loves to help people reach their goals. He is a people person and he likes having fun while he's doing it as well. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to the man with the pan, Mr. Paz Majano. Take it away, sir.
Hello, everybody. How are you today? It's a beautiful morning out here in California. So I had Derek and the whole crew come wake me up this morning at 5 in the morning, 5:30. I live an hour and a half from the office. And we're here. We look fresh, well shaved, for everybody out there. It's a beautiful day over in Beverly Hills. We drove all the way out here today. It is a Saturday. Normally, we don't come in on a Saturday. But we decided to come in today and hang out, maybe play a little round of golf since we're out here right now. I really, really thank Derek for coming out here. I most of all thank the rest of the crew, which is Obi. Obi's probably still in bed. He's not here. I'm glad he made the trip all the way out here to stay in bed on a Saturday morning. We got also Juana's out here too. Juana's got a special visitor with him today, so he decided to stay in too. I want to thank Rabu. Rabu, great leader, great program he runs over there. I want to thank Eileen for being here. She's out here, out in the hallway here with her son, handsome young man. And I want to thank the rest of the owners that are here. It feels special when they bring you a cup of coffee for waking up early in the morning. Miss Jamie Mann, one of our owners, called me this morning at 5:30. I think she even called my wife to make sure that I would get here. The reason why they called, I got to tell you this, right, is because we had some very special people come in yesterday throughout the whole day. By being special people, there was a special guest out from the East Coast, from Miami, the Florida area. We won't mention no name yet on that gentleman, right? But everybody else who came, I thank everybody who's here right now in Beverly Hills. I've asked a special committee, all right? This is the advisory council starting for the first time here at Bonanza, right? So Francisco and I have brains, we seem to be quite intelligent. We got the company this far. We decided that we, after the great trip I had last week, and I met some really, really, really more intelligent than me people over there, and I wanted them to be part of the council. So Bonanza, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're rolling out with big elements, all right? So we're coming out with the insurance policy, all right? So the insurance policy was already underwritten in the last few weeks, and we have the finished product this morning. So I've invited the crew, everybody who's here right now. Tiffany's on her way in. She's already flying in. She lands at 10:45. And we've asked her to come in and be part of the advisory council. We're going to go ahead and take the insurance apart. So we're going to go, we've issued everybody a copy of the insurance. Everybody's on, on the non-disclosure agreements. And we're sharing private information. We're going to go through the whole insurance policy and make sure that it's ready to be rolled out, in a very, in a language that everybody can digest, right? So we're doing the insurance. We're finally going out and rolling out the insurance. We're not talking about it no more. We're rolling it out. You guys all should have a copy by, let's say, Wednesday, right? It'll be distributed by, your leaders. And Rabu will also have a copy to distribute among the new family that Bonanza has, which is the UIGI Social Club. Also, the next thing that we're doing, and I don't know if you guys noticed from, the last few weeks, there has been times where the payout went out and we might have missed a person. We might have missed a second person. We never missed more than 5, 6 people in the whole organization. But sometimes it feels like the back office wasn't cooperating with us. And just so you know, owners need to have cooperation from their back office, because if not, we look bad. So we are switching to a very, very, very descriptive back office, all right? The new back office will have group volume, total volume. It's going to have individual volume. It's going to tell you what do you need to do before you reach the next rank. It's going to have top recruiters. It's going to have top commissions. It's gonna let you know everything that's going around in the whole, in our own independent industry. It's also gonna have a chat room where if for some reason you cannot reach the customer service number, it's gonna have a customer service number. So in case you can't reach customer service or someone's not picking up or whatever it may be, it's gonna have a chat that among our own peers will be able to answer each other questions. So it's a whole new system. Francisco and I are very proud of it. We spent the resources to make sure that we had the best product out there for you guys, for us too. So we're gonna have a better ticket system. So we're on 100%. So we're doing the insurance, and we're rolling out the insurance Monday or Tuesday. We're rolling out the new back office Tuesday or Wednesday, and then, ladies and gentlemen, for the premier clientele at over $50,000 investment and above, you guys are getting a copy of the hedge funds paperwork, right? Hedge fund paperwork. So we have all that already set up too. And that is why the council is meeting here, because I want them to go through it too. I want them to go through the PPM. When you run a hedge fund, you have a PPM, which is a private placement memorandum for for accredited investors. We're gonna go through that whole process this week of explaining what that means and who is in and who is out, and how do people that are not in are able to get in. What's the process? What does Bonanza do with the microfund in order to get that? That's the reason why we're having this Zoom this morning. And that's the reason why we did it so early, so we could still reach most of you guys before you guys got into your Saturday activities. So again, all right, so we're gonna go ahead and have all those 3 products out this week. And that's why my friend Derek is over here, heading the council and getting everybody to participate and making sure that the language is right and making sure that everything's set. And, I want to put a little shout out to a good friend of mine named Gary Woods, all right? I don't know if he's connected here, but I know he's got other people that are connected here. Gave me a pretty hard time, doing throughout the process to make sure that we got the paperwork, because I know he's a very ethical person. He wants to run business right. I want everybody to know now, right, that Bonanza has all their I's dotted and their T's crossed, right? That's why the council is here to meet, and that's why they're here to advise, and that's why they're here to consult for us and make sure that it's not just Francisco and I that are making the decisions of what route the company's taking. Francisco handles all the administration and financial for our company. Francisco is in Mexico today with our traders. There will be a Zoom on Monday and Tuesday with the trading, with the traders, with 3 of the traders. We have moved the traders over to Tijuana, Mexico. Some of the traders that work for us do not have visas to come into the United States. We have went ahead and set up a really, really, really nice apartment with enough screens and enough entertainment for them to stay there. So we're keeping them there for the next 2 months. And that way it makes it accessible to Alex Soul, who's our corporate presenter, to be able to give us more content and drive down there for 1 hour and 45 minutes and hang out with those guys 2 days a week and be able to do Zooms from there and questions and answers such as the ones you're having with me today, so you guys are able to do that. So Alex Soul is fluent bilingual English and Spanish, and he'll be able to help us out with that. I really hope and understand that you guys appreciate, that Bonanza is opening up the horizons, all right, to be able to give you guys more information and more say into our company. The company is definitely growing. You guys saw us open up the Philippines. I mean, we have people now in Belgium, in the Netherlands. We have the big team, George and Salve out there with the baby. We can't forget about it, right? So we have a great power couple named George and Salve. You guys know them. They were the global ambassadors for a previous company that just went belly up a few weeks ago and decided to change names of that company to a different company. Guys, I want you to know something. Bonanza will never bring out a coin. We'll never bring out a coin into our system to dilute our debts through that coin to anybody else. You guys are coming in through fiat. You guys are coming in through crypto, and that is the way we're going to keep it. You know, I mean, that's just the way it is. You guys already know what happens when someone starts bringing out a coin into their own system. They're trying to dilute their debt. You know, Francisco and I will make a firm commitment to you guys. That's not going to happen here. Okay. So we're also going to launch in the next 2 months, max 2.5 months. We're going to go ahead and launch BNCFX, which is being underwritten right now out of St. Vincent, over in the British Virgin Islands. It is going to be our own broker. We're going to go ahead and make that available to you guys. If you guys trade on your own and you guys are going to trade on our platform, you can guarantee for a fact that if you guys have this little logo and you guys have been part of this logo, you will get a discount on your broker fees. All right, Scouts Honor, all right? You guys will get a discount. There will be a special pricing for on the broker side for everybody at Bonanza. And Bonanza will be launched out of El Salvador. It's going to be a big party down there. We're hoping to have at least 500 people worldwide at the event. It's going to be a beach event in El Salvador when we launch BNCFX, and that's 2-3 months from now. We also have an event coming up. I believe it's the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. It's going to be out in Houston. Coach Andrew is quarterbacking that. He's the one that began it. Joel Ramirez out here from our Filipino division is actually going out there too. He's got a big group. I hope to see Ophelia Fernandez over there. She's a superstar. So we're going to try to get everybody, as many people as we can from Texas to come up to Houston. We're putting that event together. Eileen is also helping out with that. I believe George will be back from the Netherlands by then, and he's going to come and participate on that. And of course, you know, the council will be there with us. Francisco and I are going to make it in for one day to the big event on Friday. So it's going to be Thursday, Friday, and Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. How's it going to work? Wednesday, we're going to be there to meet people, meet and greet. Thursday, we're going to have the event, and then we're going to stay on Friday for the overflow. For anyone who's going to set up accounts, anybody who's got to sign the PPM. So, you know, a lot of information going out this week, and a lot of things are happening this week. Guys, everybody in the top leadership of our company, thank you for being so patient. This is documents and legal paperwork that you guys requested, you know, months ago as we were growing. Thank you for not losing the enthusiasm, you know, to continue to support Bonanza and Francisco and I. You know, did we imagine we would be here this fast and we have this kind of capitalization? We didn't. But I believe that, you know, we're doing things right. And when I say what I mean by doing things right, we're making sure that all the payments are going out. And guys, I want you to understand this, right? When I say all the payments are going out, all right, Coach Andrew and some of the people out there in Texas too, the back office system that we had previously sometimes misses something. There's like a glitch in the programs. So you got to understand the Bonanza's that office that today is Saturday. It's 8 a.m. out here, 8:15, 8:21 in the morning in California. And all the owners are here. Everybody's here, all hands on deck. So if there's a payment that didn't go through, or if there's something missing, just reach out to any of us. There's like 11, 12 people here right now. We're going to take care of it. We're going to take care of it because we're the owners. We can't take care of it. We will take care of it. That's all I offer you guys. I offer you guys our perfect will and our imperfect, you know, method of doing things at times. But we can correct anything because we are here. We can, I mean, Francisco controls the wallet, and you know, and I control the marketing. So a combination of that is what goes. Anybody who knows Francisco and I and see us together will understand why the business is thriving. Why? Because it just makes sense. You know, I try to implement something in marketing, and if it don't make dollars, it doesn't make sense to Francisco. You know, this is a true business. And after all, you know, it is not a nonprofit organization. We're a very profitable organization. But you guys see that in the way we pay out the residuals. You guys see that in the way we make sure that all the payments go out to our clients. Guys, I can talk all day, but I think that that's pretty much all that I voluntarily have to share with you guys. Again, insurance is going out this week. Everybody's going to have a copy of that. Our paperwork on the hedge fund is going to go out to top leadership that they can share with some of you guys. I do not want that documentation distributed online and going out to everybody just to prove that we have it. Whoever's going to invest that kind of money is more than welcome to stop by in Beverly Hills and see us over here. And then, of course, our new back office is going out. The back office is wonderful. I'm very proud of it. I like the way we've been able to design. I mean, the master distributor had a lot of say in it. Alfredo and Juan Carlos had a lot of say in it because after all, the lines are being distributed and, all under them. So I'm gonna give it back to my buddy Derek over here, and we'll start the questions and answers. And, we'll try to make it as quick as we can so you guys can go about your Saturday. But Francisco Saravia, Jamie Madden, Kim Sue Park, Trinidad Rivera, and I, Paz Sanchez Majano, truly and are very grateful to everybody who's connected. Those are the 5 owners of Bonanza. We are very happy, very, very happy where we are right now. We are very happy in the enthusiasm and the rhythm of the company. Help us keep it up. Anything that you see at all right, that it just doesn't make sense, reach out to us, please. We have ears. We'll listen. We take consultations. And I wanna reach out to the big businessmen that are connected out here right now. I've met a lot of businessmen and businesswomen in this last trip that I was at, because after all, you guys were all investors, right? Passive investors. I want to thank you guys for reaching out to me. I want to thank you guys for telling me things, for accepting me in the group, for making Maricela and I feel so comfortable, in the trip that we were at with you guys, right? Really, really, in my heart, when we were in the pool, when we were hanging out, when we were on the boat, when you guys gave me those 10, 15 minutes to go over, the numbers with you guys, which we're going to go through in a little bit here. I really want to thank you guys, right? Every one of you guys, the power couples that was on that boat, the gentleman with the mortgage, ratings, insurance that, I'm going to reach out to you this week. I mean, you guys are all wonderful. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to shoot it back to Derek and let's start our everyday program.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, what we're going to do, Mr. Sanchez, since we have a Q&A on video, we're going to get right into some time freedom wealth building examples that the hedge fund provides. So we can definitely knock that out if you want to do that on the whiteboard. I believe we have the mirroring correct now, so they'll be able to read it and follow along as well. Yes, yes. Yeah, I want to make sure you guys can actually see that. We had a mirroring issue before and it was in reverse.
Can you guys see it too? Or is it a backwards too?
Maybe write the word the. We just want to make sure you guys can read it. And if somebody can't, and put it in the chat if you would real quickly. Well, we have chat disabled. Somebody ring my phone for sure if it's in reverse. And I did test it before we got started.
Can you see that? Or does it look backwards on your screen? Can you read?
But we want you guys to see this. Okay, here we go. Oh, here we go, pause. Somebody just texted me. Uh-oh, I knocked the whole screen.
They can read it. It's good.
Cool.
Good.
Now, what did I just do? There we go.
Because yesterday was backwards.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's get to it. So should we start with let's start with an example, right? When I was on the boat, I got a chance to share. Can you guys please see that?
Yeah.
How about that? Is that better? Or maybe turn it. We're good there? All right, that's good. That's good. All right, guys. So I want to go over something that I went through on the boat when I was on the boat with everybody. It was an example of how it is. So every company that's out there now wants to make sure that they give you guys a presentation of what kind of profit you can make with them, all right? So Bonanza is a very responsible company. We do want you to invest as much as you can, because the more capitalization we have, the more of a percentage we have to be able to make profit ourselves. All right. After all, it's got to be a win situation for everybody. But Rabu and some of the big leaders of the other companies, what they want from you guys is they want to be able to show you guys a method to be able to be risk-free as soon as possible. So I'm going to show you guys an example, right? This is for the general masses. I'm going to drop a 0 on the example that I always do, because I want everybody to understand it. And I know that in the Zoom here, we have a lot of people that probably, can or will, put $100,000 with us. And some can do more, some can do less. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. I want a $10,000 investment, all right? Just for the masses so everybody understands and we're able to acquire. So a little bit of more knowledge, right? So this is an example, right, of a $10,000 account. If you put a $10,000 account with with Bonanza, of course, Bonanza. Okay, $10,000. Can you see it? Okay, cool. So the way Bonanza works is we want to be able to acquire your trust, right? Trust is the word that is the most difficult to acquire from somebody, and it is the easiest one to lose. All right, you do one thing wrong, they don't trust you anymore. And in order to earn that trust, you got to do something right. So we're gonna go ahead and do something right. We're gonna go ahead and make 10 payments to you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Right. So we're gonna the first year with Bonanza, mostly everybody wants to get to their money as soon as possible. Why? Because they don't really have a personal relationship with Bonanza. They have a personal relationship with the person that referred them to, but they don't. So we're gonna start with 10% a month for 12 months. So it's a 1-year contract. Can we see that? 1-year contract, right? So what we're gonna do at Bonanza is we're gonna make your first payment at 10% on $10,000. It's gonna be $1,000. All right. So every month we're gonna give you $1,000. Every month we're gonna give you $1,000. So at the end of 10 months, you have 10 payments at $1,000, which is 10 times 1 is $10,000. So the first year that you're investing with us, all right, we're giving you 10% a month for 12 months on a 1-year contract. So at the end of the first 10 months, you have already been made whole, because $1,000 a month times 10 is $10,000, and that is the investment that you have in here, $10,000 investment. So the first 10 months that you are with Bonanza, you are risking. All right, so you're taking on a risk. So if God forbid anything was to happen, things can go bad. So what Bonanza is saying, that after the 10 months that we paid you $1,000 a month, at 10 months, I need you to take that $10,000 now and put it away. All right. So I'm not that good at drawing. You draw a little money back over here, right? So let's just say this is the cookie jar, right? So you put away your $10,000 back. So now after 10 months, if we haven't even reached a year, now you are risk-free, which is what we all want to do. All right. Remember diversification, this is how it works. So after 10 months, you're risk-free. So now you have the 11th month and the 12th month, which we're still going to give you another $1,000 because that's 10% a month. So now in those 2 months, now you have $2,000, right? But what does Bonanza do at the end of every contract? We have to, by law, return your principal. So we're going to give you back your $10,000. Okay? So what I'm asking you guys to do on the second year, right? This is the second year. I'm asking you if we could please, now that you've been made whole, you had your $10,000 back at the end of 10 months. Now that you made $2,000 with us and we return your principal back, you have 10,000 plus 2,000. I'm asking you if you can please go with us on the next part, $12,000 now, right? Your 2,000 you made on your last 2 payments plus your principal. Reinvest the $12,000 with Bonanza, but at this point, I want you to go, instead of making the 12 payments, I want you to go 0 payments for 15% a month for another 12-month contract. Now, what do we do with that? We take 12,000, so it's 12 months times 15%. That's 180%, correct? 12 times 15 is 180. So we take your $12,000 the second year, right? $12,000 times 180%. What does that come out to? 12 times, I'm sorry, 12,000 times 180% equals 21,600. So now we got 21,600. All right, is that correct? Yeah. 21,600, right? That you made with Bonanza in your second year while you still remain risk-free, and you still have your $10,000 still in the little cookie jar, right? You already got that money back. So now you already made 21,600 on the second year with Bonanza. But what does Bonanza do at the end of every year? We give you back your money. So here's your principal back, right? $12,000. So when you have that back, 0,063. So you make 33,600 on your second year with Bonanza while having your money still back to you. You're risk-free, all right? So what am I gonna ask you? I'm gonna ask you to take this 33,600, the third year, right? Can we see?
Yep.
So now we got 33,600. And that's from the second year, right? This is the third year. And I'm gonna ask you again to go 15%, 12 months, 180%. So we take the 33,600.
You good?
You good? 33,600. You guys can do this at home if you want to, times 180% at the end of the year. So now you made times 180%. Now you make 60,480,000. That's a lot more money than some salaries. All right. That's how much you made with us on the third year at 180%, right? This is the money that you made with the same 10K on the other side of the board that you still have saved up, right? That you got back from your principal, right? But what does Bonanza again do at the end of every term? They give you your money back, 33,600, right? So now you got 94,080. So now, including your principal from the third year, you make 94,080, right? And then what you do is, so you can get a little better flavor, you put back your 10 grand that you got saved up, put it back into, don't put it back to Bonanza, just put it into the equation, right? And now you have 0, 8, 0, 4, 10. And that is how you take your $10,000, and on the third year, with $10,000, you have 104,080 that you can go and do whatever it is that you want, pay off some of your mortgage, buy yourself a car. Honestly, I want you to stay with us for 10 years, 12 years. I think you get the point. But I just want you to show you a short-term 3-year, just like if you were leasing a car for 3 years. This is 3 years on $10,000. But here's the thing, all right? We have to, in order to gain these numbers, we have to be disciplined, just like our traders. They have to stick to what they do. So again, $10,000. Let me go back to this. $10,000 on day one. All right, perfect. $10,000 on day one, you're risking for 10 months. After 10 months, then you acquire your $1,000 times 10. You have your $10,000 back. You let us get the next two payment, which is $2,000 plus your principal again that we're gonna return to you. Put it back to work. That's $12,000. $12,000 second year risk-free, no payments. 180% of $12,000 is 21,600. We give you back your 12 grand. No, it's not 10 grand no more. It's 12 grand. We give you back that. Now you make 33,600. And honest, you can just quit at that point. You don't have to come back to Bonanza. So why is it that Bonanza keeps giving you your money back every year? It's because we have to give you back the money every year. So you guys cannot rollover. There is no rollover in Bonanza. You have to take your money. We have to make you whole. You have to be able to say, you know what? This is the money I gave them. I'm at the valley. Oh, hey guys. So Obi finally woke up and Juana, and they're here. They're in the bottom floor garage. They can't get into the secure Bank of America building today. Can somebody go get them? So guys, this is it. This is very simple. You know, the example that I gave on the board, I gave an example with $100,000. Let me run through that example right quick.
Oh,
this
Lord,
is
yes.
This is gonna be really quick.
Yes.
You guys already know the formula, so we'll just go real quick at it, right?
This is good stuff, guys. Good stuff. And usually the sun is shining so bright in here. You know, it's like the whole thing is lit up, but it's a little overcast today.
It's cool,
So
right?
yeah, it is. It
Yeah,
actually
on the
is.
East Coast.
Right.
All right, guys, let's run $100,000, right?
Now this is phenomenal.
$100,000, right? Hey, after this is the example with the insurance, right? So this is $100,000, right? So the first month, 10%. I mean, first year, 10%, 1 year contract, all right? So it's 10 times 12 months, equals 120, right? So you go through the same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 10 payments. 10 payments times 10% equals 100%. So at the end of 10 payments on $100,000, Bonanza is gonna go ahead. So you made 100K. You got your 100K back. 10K times 10%, again, 100K. So you put that away, right? You put that away back in your savings. All right. So you got your 100K back at the end of 10 months. Then you're gonna have your payment, 11th payment, 12th payment, which is another 10K, because it's 10% of 100 grand. So that's $20,000. At the end of every term, Bonanza gives you back your capital. So we're gonna go ahead and give you back your $100,000. All right, plus the 20 grand that you made with us. So now you got $120,000, 120K, all right, that you made, and you already have your 100K back in savings, all right? So now this is going to the second year now, right? Second year. And now in the second year, you're at 15% a month times 12 months equals 180%. All right, so $120,000 times 180%. $120,000 times 180% equals $216,000. $216,000. $216,000, and then you get back your principal. So you get back $120,000. 0.0063. So by this mathematical equation, you put $100,000, 10 months, 10 payments times 10%, you got $100,000 back. You put the rest of the balance, $120,000 to work with us. So at 180%, you make $216,000 plus your principal back. You're at $336,000 on a $100,000 investment that is now risk-free. You know, when I say risk-free, I just want you to understand, I mean risk-free from your investment, from your initial investment. I mean, you're still risking your profits here, but I think we all understand that, we belong to this kind of club. So $336,000, right? So now I'm going to ask you again on the third year, right? Still having your money in your savings account, your original $100,000 back. You take $336,000 times 180% equals equals 604,800. 604,800. All right, so 604,800 is what you make on the same $100,000 that's already in your savings account, right? Plus Bonanza again at the end of the term gives you back your principal, $336,000. That's a 3 years. I skipped first grade. All right, so 0.008 0, 4, and this is a 9, all right? So now in $100,000 investment, you made 940,800 if you're disciplined enough to continue to follow the procedure, right? $940,000. Plus, guess what? You still got the $100,000 in the little cookie jar. You add that back just for your own balance, not back to Bonanza. And then you got yourself 0, 0, 8, 0, 4. You have yourself $1 million, $1,040,800 at the end of the 3-year term. 3 years. All right, guys, can I feel like I'm not alone here? Can I get a few comments here? Say, hey, Paz, I believe it. Hey, Paz, I don't believe it. Hey, how did you do it? And what makes me think that Bonanza can pull it off and stuff like that? Guys, give us some comments, all right?
Comments are to say.
Huh?
Comments.
That's okay, guys. You guys can comment when you see me in Houston.
Right.
So that's that.
So now one of the biggest questions that we always get is how can Bonanza?
Oh, we don't have comments, man.
Yeah. No. We'll go over that with them later. So, and I probably should have turned them off for this one, but people always ask, how does Bonanza do what they do? What exactly do they do? So I want you guys to see how ridiculous it is and how safe it is the way they do what they do. So without further ado, we're gonna let the man with the plan share that.
All right, guys. So you guys gotta understand, at Bonanza, all we do is trade. You know, you guys are always welcome to come to Beverly Hills, sit here, sit with the traders, sit on a Zoom with some traders from out of the country, see the balances that we're carrying. I mean, everything's pretty much open. That's why everybody comes and hangs out here. I mean, this is what it looks like. Can you show the office people
Sure.
here? I mean, this is a Zoom at 8 in the morning and everybody decided to show up, And, they're from San Francisco. And, I mean, they drove all the way from San Francisco to be here for the Zoom live. You gotta understand, I feel appreciated, man. I was talking to my wife about that this morning. My daughter's having a quinceañera, right? And we went ahead and bought this fancy dress. We actually got it tailor-made. All right, so when I got home last night, the dress was already delivered. All right, she had already got it fitted. Everything was already set up at home. And I came home and it was what I wanted to get to why everybody was scared this morning that I wasn't gonna make it on time is yesterday was Friday. And it was that one Friday where I invite everybody to the house. So we had the team from New Jersey. We have Mr. Parks' team from New Jersey, and we had his other team from Queens, New York too. So Nicholas is here, Mr. Kim is here. Everybody was over, right? So I thought it was the right time to do that barbecue. That I always tell you guys that when people come into town, I hate Coach. How do I?
Those are my texts.
Okay. So everybody was over, and it was just the right chemistry. We had the big boys from Atlanta, and then we had the people from New York. We had the Mexican community was here. So I just called my wife at around 2:00. I said, "Hey, can we have a barbecue at the house?" And I'm gonna tell you the truth. She said no. She said no. Today, my my mom's here, and she said that we couldn't have it. And I gotta tell you guys. I mean, Francisco and I, we're kings right here at Bonanza. We're kings right here, but at home, we're the typical Latin American, marriage, man. My wife's a queen, she calls the shots. So I did what every great American Hispanic would do. I called my wife and I begged her. All right. I asked her, honey, can we please have the barbecue? And she said no again. So then what I did is I had Miss Shavy Man get involved, and my wife called me an hour later. We were all sweet and everything. He goes, of course you can have it. So, the pool was sparkling nice at the house, and the backyard was set up. We had a little basketball thing in the back. They had the table set up, and we showed up. We showed up before my wife even got ready, and everything. But guys, I just want you to understand, this is the kind of servitude, all right, that Francisco and I are willing to give you guys, all right? We want to be able to have you guys, if you guys ever come around, come to the house. I mean, why people and owners don't invite you to their homes? They don't invite you to their homes because they already got it up here that they're gonna make a run. They already got it up here that if something goes wrong, I don't want someone to come to my house and knock on my door. Guys, I can't even begin to think of what I would have to do to explain to you guys. Francisco and I are the captains. I'm running the front, steering the ship. which wherever. I call Francisco to the back and I'm like, hey, bro, do we have enough steam? Hey, do we have enough gas? Hey, can we take it over this next hill? Can we do this? Can we do that? You know, everything works as a great partnership. You know, we have a great partnership here at Bonanza. So I always invite you guys over. Some of the guys, you know, I leave my cars for them so they can use them, you know, while they're in town. Guys, I've never had this opportunity. So I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that I've been I've been the CEO. You guys have seen it all over the internet. I ran big companies such as this, but I ran them for somebody else. And it's kind of easy to do that if you have the right knowledge and you know, and you have the right support from the owners. You know, just like an NFL coach, you know, they give you enough budget to go get the best quarterback, to go get the best running backs, you know, to get the best O-line, you know, of course you're gonna do well. That's kind of like Bonanza is. You know, but I didn't expect to be the CEO of Bonanza. You guys know that from the beginning. People who know me, I was not. I was just the owner. Frank was the owner. That was it, you know. But can I tell you, man, when you see your baby kind of, you know, not knowing which way to go, you know, you go out there, you grab it. I went ahead and grabbed the front office and we started doing this. Now we're about to implement big changes in 2 weeks. Alfredo Toledo, if you guys know him, Alfredo Toledo's jumping up to general manager for Beverly Hills. Him and Juan Carlos are going to take over the U.S. territory and they're going to move up to corporate and run it for us. You know, we're going to be around, but it's just like, you know, I work 18, 19 hours. There's a lot of business owners here connected on this Zoom right now who understand what I mean. You know, Coach Andrews calling me yesterday at 1 a.m, concerned about 10 of his investors that they're waiting to make sure that their ROI is going to go well, you know, and this morning he's calling me at 6 a.m. Guys, I want you to understand this is the real world. This is real corporate when it finally comes down to running a business. And of course, everybody's going to be taken care of. Have you guys ever, whoever has sat with me, even in the Cancun trip and the other trip, when you see me, you see my phone ring, what do? I excuse myself, correct? And I answer that phone call. But I'm going to tell you why. As a business owner, if you ignore the person, the phone is ringing, and you ignore that person when you have someone else in front of you, that means that you're going to do the same thing to them. You know what I mean? Dude, credibility is not something magical, something that you build. You know, and again, I mean, I haven't even fed everybody who's here at Bonanza this morning. They're here on their own. They're not going to participate in the Zoom. They're not. It's just Derek and I. But why is everybody here? You know why everybody's here? Because Bonanza is real. All right. Bonanza means a lot to everybody. Let's run some more numbers. I know I could get boring at times.
Let's do it.
All right, so guys, our trading strategy, all right? I want to go over that because you know, I know there's traders that are connected here, and I want to make sure that you guys see this and you guys call me if this is a lie, all right? So we have great liquidity providers on our three exchanges where we run business for Bonanza, all right? So our trading strategy and why we're able to offer that 80% money back guarantee, you know, we have to have the liquidity to do that, right? So when we take investments into Bonanza, right? Investments. All right. We take 100% of the capital and we divide it into 80-20. All right. So 80% of the money in crypto we keep in liquidity. Crypto liquidity, right? What do I mean by that? That means that if any of you, and let me tell you something, I want you to know something. People have tested this, all right? Have you seen that there's nobody on the internet complaining about getting their money back? You get your money back. We can't keep everybody, and we have to be able to give money back to people so we can say that we do have a money back guarantee. And you know, and there's people here that are probably connected that know that there's some of the members. When we first started, you know, rumors went around, you know, people said this, people said that, and it made some people uncomfortable. Some people asked for their money back. Everybody got their money back, right? And to give you great pride of ownership, yesterday, one of the most influential people on the East Coast, right? And one of the greatest networkers and a man I admire, which I will say no name, came back to our fund, all right? Came back to our fund because he saw value in us, all right? And that's what I want you to understand. People are coming back. Some of the people that cancel are coming back. You know, Eileen told me earlier today, and I am putting her on blast, but she's my friend. She lives in California. So she has a couple people coming back to the front too. And that's important, you know? We're human beings, we make mistakes. You know, it is what we do after those mistakes that really define us as businessmen and as ethical people, right? So back to our trading strategy, right? 80-20, right? So we keep 80% in liquidity. And what we do is we take the 20% and we go aggressive, all right? Double G. Aggressive. Right? So we go aggressive, right? So what we do is we go ahead and talk, we negotiate with our liquidity providers to be able to go 10x, 30x, 100x, depending on the position and depending on the trade. All right, so there's traders in here who say, oh my God, he goes 100x, he goes 30x, that's just so much leverage. Oh, what happens if he loses it? Okay, guys, this is the world of reality. If we lose it, we lose 20%. And we still got 80%. I mean, we're definitely ahead of the curve. That's why you see we're still, the doors are still open here in Beverly Hills. I mean, when you come here, you see how the whole operation works. You know, the council that's here are going to stay here with us for 5-6 days. I've already explained this to you guys, right? When you guys have a guest over at your house and you're telling them you're the most wonderful couple, you and your wife get along great, you know, everything's just, you know, hunky-dory, is that a saying, hunky-dory, everything's good, you know, everything's fun, everything's going good. You know, they stay at your house for 1 day, you guys can keep it up. You guys can both do your thing where you guys don't look bad to the guests at your house. On the second day in the evening, you know, you want to eat tacos and she wants to eat chimichangas, all right? So now you see a little bit of difference. You see, or she wants to eat Chinese and you want to eat Mexican. Then you start seeing the difference. On the third day, man, you guys are already pulling each other's hair. You know, you're sleeping on the sofa, she's sleeping on the bed. So people get to see the differences, all right? So when I have everybody who's here right now, they're going to stay here for a week. They see the way we do business here. They see people coming and go. They see people signing contracts. They see people dropping our money. They see the whole operation. And that is what makes Bonanza continue to grow. All right? Guys, I got to stop with the philosophy and get back to the numbers, right? So 80-20, all right? So what we do is we risk, and sometimes we go aggressive on the 20%. All right? So our traders are superb. This is what they risk. Is there times that they lose it? 100%. There are times that they lose the 20%. And then I got to take another slice out of there and provide another 20%. All right. But then on that 20%, all they got to do is do 2x and double up. And now I'm back to 100% here because I put the other 20% that I gave them, and then I'll let them go aggressive again on the 20% that's left. It's just a mathematical equation. But when you do business with a company, you want to do business with a company that provides liquidity and has great processes. I want you to understand this. Francisco and I, through Bonanza, do not own any other companies at this point. We don't have a dealership anymore. We don't have we don't have a bakery, we don't have restaurants. This is all we do. So that's why when you concentrate on something, you make that happen. I mean, there's obstacles along the way, but if you're still focused on the price, you can get there. So there's not much more to say. I mean, this is our trading method. We trade, we keep as much liquidity as we can to be able to have a second shot, third shot at the market by still having the liquidity to provide for you guys so we can have a less risky operation. And God forbid anything was to happen, we still have your money. All right, next. What else here?
I believe that is it.
All right. No, I think there was one more thing. There was definitely one more thing.
Okay.
And then we have to do with numbers. Let's see. Oh, guys, I wanted to tell you about the oil. All right. So here we go.
That's right.
So we got our first ship. Here we are. The operation for the oil is being manned by a captain named Jose Rivas out of Panama. So here's the ship, guys. I'm gonna provide information on that ship already. This is a small operation, 250,000 gallons, all right? 250,000 gallons. I'm gonna provide the receipt for this. Is ultra low sulfur diesel. All right, so we're going into this operation. We're exposing $332,000 into the operation on a return of $76,000. The operation about 21 days. So on 21 days, $76,000, put in 336 out there. So we could do 3 operations in 2 months, pretty much, every 21 days. So our return on a physical commodity like oil is gonna be 38, 39%. But I want you to understand, I love these operations because they're very tangible. It's a real product. It's not I hope the market goes up, I hope the market goes down. It's, come on, guys. We're buying the oil at $2.10, wholesale, and we're bringing that to the Panama Canal, and we're selling it at, even though it's $6, $7, which we can't sell it for that. We're selling it also at a discount because we don't have the proper licensing to retail it. So we're still in the wholesale market, right? So we're still making a 72, 73 cent spread. So do the math, 72 at 250, we're making 70, close to $70,000. All right. That's oil. I'm gonna have that on Wednesday or Thursday soon. I'm gonna have more important stuff. I'm gonna have the name of the ship. I'm probably gonna have the Q88, which is the tripulation to where where the whole crew is from, where they're selling from, where they're going to. Maybe we'll disclose some of our commercial partners on that too. So thank you for the opportunity to allow us to work the capital. Again, we are Bonanza Global Solutions. Oh, now I remember what I was going to share with you guys, all right? So next week, we're having a big meeting with the attorneys that are on with us, and we are determining how we're going to do, but we're definitely going to separate the hedge fund from the marketing company. So Bonanza Global Solutions is the marketing company, all right? So when you see online, you want to go ahead and Google it now if you want to. Bonanza Global Unlimited out of Las Vegas, Nevada is the exclusive hedge fund for Bonanza Global Solutions, the marketing company, right? I'll have more details on that, but that is something that's definitely going to happen. We're going to continue on the marketing side, and we're having the other officers run Bonanza Global Unlimited out of Las Vegas, Nevada. You guys already know who our attorneys are. We're setting up an office, a physical big office now over there to help Bonanza Global Unlimited be the center of all big ticket operations. Guys, my name is Paz Sanchez Majano. It's been a very, very tough morning to wake up and drive an hour and a half over here. I'm glad that Juana was finally able to make it. Thank you for being connected to us. Reach out to your leaders if you have any questions. We're going to be here for the next few hours. God bless, and thank you for paying attention to us this morning.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Paz Majano.